What's good, y'all? I hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy, Marcus B. As always, I'm with the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons. And this is episode 24 of Holla at Your Boy. Today, I sat down with our friend and colleague, Ms. Megan Burt. She's a choir director in the area. And surprisingly enough, we managed to not talk about education this entire podcast. Instead, we talked about surgery, some of our quarantine hobbies that we picked up. She learned how to make reupholster couch and then made a cat couch, and I made fun of her for it. Then we talk a lot about coffee and a couple other things in between. Overall, it was a great conversation and it was a lot of fun to have, and I hope you guys enjoy the episode. As always, if you like what we're doing out here, make sure you show us some love by liking, sharing, subscribing, 5-star reviews on whatever platform you listen to. Again, we're pushing for that 100 subscribers on YouTube, so anything you guys can do to help us out is greatly appreciated. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace. And we're live.
Cool.
And you look just as uncomfortable as you were when I first asked you to come on.
Yes, that is true. I do.
I promise it gets
It's my natural face. I always look a little bit confused.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing? I don't... Do people expect less of you or more of you?
I don't know.
Do you think based off of your face?
I feel like they just think I would be like spacier than I actually am. I'm like a really smart person, but they're just like...
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I wonder if people ask you less questions because you look more confused.
That might be true.
Do you feel like you don't get asked a lot of questions?
I don't. I really don't. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't really like being asked questions.
That's fair.
By random people.
Because I'm in a similar boat, but people don't approach me because I look like I want to fight them.
Oh.
Because that's my resting face.
No.
It's just very aggressive, which is funny because I'm not. I mean, I'm a pretty aggressive person, but not like that aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Evan.
What?
What's your face? What is?
What does your face say?
I've gotten anger, but I've also gotten like a kind of like an active confusion, like
Yeah.
Okay.
like you're thinking about something, but not quite sure what you're thinking about.
Or I do this thing where my eyes are really dry and I'll blink, but it looks like I'm rolling my eyes at people. I got yelled at in high school once for that. So like,
What?
Okay, so I'll try to reenact it for you. It's just like I'll do that to try and get my eyes to not be dry because they get blurry.
Gotcha.
And I got yelled at by a teacher first day of junior year of high school for that one.
Shout out.
Yeah.
What class? English.
History.
Damn it. I don't know why I thought it was going to be an English teacher. Anyways, welcome.
Thank you.
First and foremost, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do, deepest, darkest secrets, or anything else you'd care to share.
Okay. I'm Megan Burt. I am originally from Garland, Texas, a suburb up by Dallas.
Okay.
Whoop whoop. Moved down here. I'm a choir director. Yeah. A weird...
Why?
Yeah,
Why did you say it like that?
What did I say? Weird.
I'm a choir director.
That's... Yep.
To be fair, with the exception of the very first guest, the only people I've had on this show is other teachers. So.
Oh, yeah.
In good company, if you will.
Good. Probably a secret a lot of people don't know is that I had to have a rib surgically removed. Yeah, that's the reaction I usually get from that one.
Okay.
So, you got to go way back to get the full story.
Gotcha. Please enlighten the class.
Yes. So, ever since I was in like middle school, I had this weird aching pain sort of in my shoulder, and I didn't think it would be a problem. I think it was from volleyball because I've dislocated my shoulder like 5 or 6 times when I played volleyball in high school.
Good.
Yeah, always good. Yeah. But the pain never went away, and I thought it would go away.
Nah, it seldom does.
No, so it took until I was like 22 to get diagnosed with something, and it ended up being this thing called thoracic outlet syndrome, which is a very confusing sounding name, but it's just like,
Can you look that up?
Sure.
yeah,
Thank you.
I can kind of explain it to the best of my knowledge, but the thoracic outlet is sort of, it lies behind your collarbone, between your collarbone and like your back, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's all of like the veins that go into your arm and the nerves that go into your arm run through the thoracic outlet. And if it's compressed,
Then your arm doesn't work.
then your arm goes numb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it begin to
so
atrophy or does it just go numb?
it can begin to atrophy in like severe cases. Mine didn't.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, that's good. It's just, it wasn't a huge problem until I started taking conducting classes. And when I would hold my arm out like
Makes sense.
to conduct, my entire hand would go numb.
Okay, yeah. So what's this look like?
Like the,
Huh.
it like raises like your like clavicle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they took out one of the muscles in my neck too.
What?
Yeah. So I'm missing one of the muscles that runs from like your jaw down to your rib. And also, of course, the first rib. Yeah, the first rib is actually really small. It's like 2 or 3 inches
Do you still have
big.
it?
I do, actually.
Good. Anyways, I feel like there would be like, was it a lot of muscle? Like what?
It was a small muscle. So
Okay.
it actually wasn't like face muscle. It was a neck muscle that
Even
runs
then,
from like
I
there
feel
to
like-
here. You can kind of tell.
Okay.
Yeah, when I
Okay,
do that a
okay,
little
I
bit
guess yeah. When you do it, like there's a stronger
Yeah.
divot than
in
they're
this
supposed
side
to be. Huh.
than they're supposed to be.
That's weird. It doesn't, and that doesn't mess you like. There's no lack of range or
No.
motion or anything like that.
No, there's
Huh.
actually like 3 or 4 muscles that kind of connect to the same point usually.
Yeah,
So they just took out one of them. So I guess the other 3 just kind of take up for the
I guess.
slack.
Why did they have to take the muscle out?
Because there was a lot of, it's hard to explain. There was a lot of like fibrous tissue around it
Okay.
that had built up because of the compression.
Gotcha.
So they like just had to take the whole muscle out in order to get rid of all of that and hopefully decompress the area.
So are you all good now?
Mostly. I had to
Mostly?
have a
Okay.
second surgery because of it too, but like,
What was the second surgery?
yeah. So I've got those 2 pretty intense scars on my back.
Okay. They went in from the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they did the first surgery, they screwed up one of the nerves
Oh, good.
that goes into my back. Yeah. So instead of having pain by my collarbone, I then had pain that was like burning between my shoulder blade and my spine. So like basically all the way down that margin of your shoulder blade and your spine, it would constantly just be burning pain. It wasn't
Good.
like
That sounds
on a scale
super
of 1
pleasant.
to 10, it was like a 3.
Okay,
But
so
the fact that it was there all the time was the irritating part.
Gotcha.
So I went to a different doctor. They gave me
Probably a good call.
a different diagnosis. Apparently, it's called myofascial pain syndrome, which doesn't mean anything to me, so I don't really know what it means. But
Do you want to try
You
looking
can
that one?
Google it.
Also,
Yeah.
before we go on, was that right or was that wrong?
Yeah, the golden ratio is based on approximated by 59.
Ha!
oh, you got it. Sorry,
Trust the bro science.
we didn't believe you.
Trust the bro science. I am 90% right all the time.
Yeah, but then they did.
You got it.
Then they did a newer surgery. They
Okay.
haven't done it on a whole lot of people, where they go in on your back and they slice you open and they remove. It's called, what is it called? Starts with an F. I'm going to Google it. Hold on.
Okay.
You said myofascial what?
Pain syndrome.
Ah,
Oh, duh.
Yeah, you don't have to look it
It's
up. That's
called
what
the
he's for.
fascia.
Oh.
So it's what connects the muscles to your skin. Yeah. Very confusing.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So the surgery was called a fascia? Or that's what they were fixing?
That's what they were. The surgery they went in to remove fascia. Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. Oh, like I'm trying to think why does that make
Fix
the pain?
the pain, yeah.
Yeah.
because they had originally gone in and done like cortisone or cortisol shots.
Yeah.
In there, and this guy has had success if you get the cortisol shots and the inflammation goes down and it fixes it, but then it comes back. Mm-hmm. If you remove some of the fascia, because that's apparently what's getting inflamed.
Yeah, this thing is saying it's all based on like pressure.
Yeah.
There's pressure on sensitive points of your muscles, and that causes pain. Sometimes seemingly unrelated to the parts of your body. It's called a referred pain, where it's just like kind of faint. But yeah, it's there.
But nothing bad happens if you like get rid of the fascia. Then what's the point of it?
I don't know. It connects everything. So like normal people, fascia doesn't bother them, but for some reason, when they tweaked that thing in my shoulder when they did this first surgery, the fascia getting removed fixed it.
This is what stresses me out about surgery. Why are we just able to take stuff out without anything happening? Like,
you don't need everything in your body. That's
I get that, but it bothers me that it's just like, oh yeah, just take it out and you'll be straight.
Get rid of it.
You don't need.
This hurts. Just take off your arm. It's fine.
So then, but it's like, at what point is it detrimental to your person, and does it come back? Like in the case of this fascia, like your 100% of your body is covered in it. Mm-hmm. So how much percentage can you
grow back?
A, grow back. B, like just like chop it out and be straight with it.
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to the second one.
And also, like, who's the guy? Like, somebody was just like, I don't know, man. Let's see if we cut this out. It makes it better.
Yeah.
That was, my doctor literally was the first one to do that. So he was a doctor. He worked on a lot of the ones that throw the balls.
Quarterbacks?
No. Pitchers. Yeah.
Oh, sweetie, that was rough.
It was rough. I can't. Baseball.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that word today. Yeah.
Okay.
He works on a lot of pitchers for like professional teams.
Yeah.
And that's where the surgery originally came from.
Oh,
they were having a lot of issues.
In my mind, you remove a muscle from my arm that is what gets me paid millions of dollars, we're going to have some problems.
Yeah.
So how does it make it better? Again, pure bro science. I just don't understand that. I'm not asking, obviously I'm not asking you questions.
I really don't know.
I managed to stump the homie Ashley over the color of her, like, she said some things. I asked some questions because they don't actually make sense as questions because I'm not an actual scientist.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But, like, they're the things I think of.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, that doesn't...
And both of my diagnoses, so the thoracic outlet and the myofascial pain syndrome, are kind of like some doctors don't think they actually exist type things.
I was about to say, it also sounds a little made up.
A lot of science sounds a little bit made up.
Yeah. Well, that's just, again, my issue with science. It can, like... Don't get me wrong, I 100% believe in science. Let me preface this with I 100% believe in science and scientists, and obviously they study this stuff and they're far smarter than I. That being said, a lot of it sounds like nonsense.
I mean, if you look at like old science where they're just like, let them bleed.
And that's also part of the problem, is that you look back at what science used to be and what doctors used to be. It's like, bloodletting used to be the peak of science.
Like, are scientists gonna look back in 1,000 years and be like, why would people do this?
For sure. Chemotherapy, I probably believe 100% is going to be one of the most, like, looked down upon things.
Really?
In science. Probably.
Why?
Because you're poisoning somebody.
Well, it is getting rid of
You're pumping somebody full of poison right before they die to make sure that kills everything. And then hopefully they get better.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't... That sentence sounds like bro science to me. But that's really what it is.
Yeah.
And that's troubling. Why is that why is that the number one treatment for cancer? Is trying to kill somebody without killing them. To kill something that is killing them.
You got to kill it somehow.
Yeah. I mean, if it can't get removed surgically, then
I get it.
just dunk it in them. That's why I'm not a doctor.
Again, this is also why I'm not a doctor, because it's obviously worked on countless amounts of people.
Yeah.
And many people have gotten better from it. Shout out to chemotherapy. But if you look at what it is, like, it's one of those things that I think has gotten
normalized, or
normalized, because it ended up working. But I, like, the first person to, like, bring this up at a conference was like, yeah, I'm gonna pump him full of poison and we're gonna see if it works.
I think he said it exactly like that.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
I'm sure some white guy is like, yo, I got this wild idea. Follow me on it.
Let's just do leeches. That'll work.
Yeah. Okay. So back to your thing. How long, like, was the recovery period for that? And, like, is there anything since the second surgery, like, that has been an issue?
Okay, so recovery from the first one was intense. Like 3 months of physical therapy every day.
Really?
Type intense, yeah.
What was the physical therapy?
So,
because it was the first one was the rib and the muscle, right? Okay.
The rib and the muscle. So I guess those muscles weren't strong enough anymore since they removed the one. So I could only lift my arm up about like 3 inches when I initially started physical therapy for that one.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
This was...
See, that too. That's what trips me out about the human body. Why does this little, like, inch and a half of muscle dictate whether or not you can lift your arm up?
Yeah, and I had this done the summer before I student taught.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it was a really good idea that I had there.
It was on your right side?
Right side.
Are you
dominant arm.
Oof, rough.
Yeah.
Could you write still?
Yes.
Okay.
So it didn't mess up any of my, like, fine motor function in my hand or anything. Okay. It was just the bigger muscles
you couldn't
trying
actually
to
just, like, use it.
Raise my arm. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I couldn't do that.
Couldn't throw a
physical.
baseball.
No, I couldn't. The physical therapy was actually kind of fun though, because like, so they towards the end it was fun.
Okay.
It was kind of painful the other times, but towards the end they had these trampolines that are kind of tilted, and they have weighted balls, and you just like take it up over your head and throw it as hard as you can at this trampoline, and then catch it, and that part was really
good
fun.
workout.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoy those.
Yeah.
They're
but I
really
also had to use this really dumb looking arm bicycle.
Seen those too.
Yes. I felt so dumb.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 months of that. Damn.
3 months of that, and then I started having the other issue while I was still in recovery.
Okay.
So it was like
how quick
almost
did that?
Like almost immediately I noticed that. So I like told my physical therapist about it, and she was like, "Well, just give it some time, and we'll like use this whatever tape. It's KT tape or something." Yeah, that's what we use. So I rocked that for like 3 months, and it didn't really help that much. So the first time I went back to the doctor, insurance makes you kind of start all over, and they require you to do physical therapy again. So I went to a different physical therapist while I was student teaching.
Okay.
They did this thing called dry needling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that done a couple times for...
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they're smaller than acupuncture needles, but I think they're longer. They're like a smaller gauge, but they're longer, so they actually put them into the knots in your muscles. And you feel the muscles like clench up and release.
Have you ever gotten this done before? Yeah, so that's what I went and got when I had gotten tendonitis in both my hands.
Oh.
Yeah. It's great as a percussionist.
Yeah.
Still don't really work. It's awesome. But yeah, like, I remember the first time it happened to me, they did it all up and down the arm, and as soon as they were done, like, putting all the needles in, I tried to move my fingers, and I was like, like, the needles were still in my arms, so like, like, there was still like, like kind of
Oh,
like
so
blocking.
they put yours in and left them.
Yes.
Interesting. So what they did with mine was they put them in the muscle and they kind of like poked around at the knot until I could feel it move. And so then it immediately like clinched up and released. And then that muscle was like completely pain-free and fine.
Shit, I need to go
Yeah.
do that.
It was...
Because, hey, that was not the case for me. Obviously, my hands they still don't really work. Like,
See, the problem with that one, though, was I don't know why, but my muscles would almost immediately go back and create those exact same knots. So no matter what I did, it just clinched back up, which did not help the
so that's what ended up
back pain.
leading to the second surgery.
Yes,
So
that
how,
ended up.
how long was that physical therapy?
Let's see. So I did 3 months the first time. The second round was like 2 months.
Okay.
2 months with like the dry needling, and then basically the same basic like range of motion, strengthening
gotcha.
all of
Okay.
the shoulder muscles and back muscles type thing.
So then after those 2 months, you get the second surgery, and was there any about?
Yeah, I waited a while to get the second surgery, so
okay.
I didn't get that one until December, like this past December
Oh wow.
is when
Okay.
I got that one. And that one, they don't go deep enough to really need physical therapy.
Makes sense.
Like they
I
don't
mean, it's
touch.
just on
They
the other
don't
side
touch
of
the
your
muscle.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could move. I was in a sling for a while just so the skin can heal and
Yeah.
stuff, but I could move. I had full range of motion
Hmm.
and stuff like immediately after. However, I just remembered there was an issue that the second one caused. I don't have feeling like in the skin of like the upper part of my back on that side anymore. And I asked the
Hmm.
doctor and they said it might come back. I said,
See that? Why is that okay?
I don't know.
Like, why is that? They're just like, sorry. Like,
That part of your body now. You just no.
I mean, that's not a bad part to
No
not
more.
have feeling on. Like,
Yeah. It's just like if someone
gone.
pats me on the back, I like cringe because it feels so weird. I'm like, oh.
Is that a ghost?
My mom does it all the time. I don't know why. That's like her.
or just like go
Like
to.
she'll walk past me and just like pat me on the back.
That's fair. I do
Remind
that.
her
I
every
do that as
time.
well. I do aggressive like
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yes,
It's,
and it's right where people would.
yeah.
Like I can't
Makes
feel that
sense.
right now. What I'm doing.
See, that's a confusing sensation. Sensation. There it is. That was rough.
It's better than my baseball issue. So
because you don't feel the nerve endings, but you feel the weight of the hand on you.
yes,
And this is like when this like that sensation isn't properly explained often
yeah.
to
It's,
people.
it's like a pressure. Like I don't feel the surface. I think the surface nerves, like what is in your skin,
Yeah.
I can't feel that. But I can still feel deeper, so I can feel a pressure. If you're like poking me, I'm
Yeah.
like,
What?
what's happening? Like, what is that? I don't like it.
Because I'm trying to think like what's
I don't know.
because
if you can, like, equate
people
it to anything.
people try to equate it to like your foot falling asleep, but that's the opposite because all you have is the nerve
The
endings on your
tingling,
skin
yeah.
are like freaking out because now they have a blood flow.
Yeah.
But you don't feel like the deepness. I guess would be the flip side of that.
Yeah, it's exactly the opposite of that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't feel any of the tingling or like,
Yeah, that's weird.
it is weird.
Like, and what's the space? Like, how much of your shoulder do you not feel?
Basically, from where my scars are, so inner shoulder blade down to the bottom of the shoulder blade and over. So, like, the top quadrant of my back.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a sizable amount.
It is a sizable amount. I was not expecting that when I went in for this surgery. And they
Okay.
kept being like, it'll come back. I was like,
Here we are almost a year later then?
like 9 months-ish
9
later.
months?
Yeah.
Okay. And none.
Yeah, no.
All right. But
Yeah.
I mean, you feel fine,
Yeah.
I guess?
Like the burning between my shoulder blade and spine is mostly gone, so like it worked. But
Well, I don't know how I feel about that mostly gone. That doesn't sound very promising.
well, as long as
Well.
it doesn't come back like it was before, I'll be happy.
But there's a little bit right now? Maybe, kinda?
Like a 0.5. Like 1 to 10, it's a 0.5.
Surgery stresses me out, man. And I got surgery done, and I still, like, feel a little, like, every now and then, like, I'll stand up. I got surgery on, like, my abdomen.
Uh-huh.
And me and Will got the same surgery, and that fool was able to walk the day of. That made me so angry. Yeah, because,
Oh.
like, he for him, it just looked like two snake bites. They're like, and then, like, they went in, and then they're like,
Is that like an appendix thing?
it's a hernia surgery.
Oh,
Yeah,
that doesn't sound good.
yeah. It's weird because basically what it is that your one of your linings has a hole in it, and then your large intestine, it like falls through that.
Oh,
Yeah, and then that's like what the pain is when you have it, and then what could happen is then the intestine falls in, and then it gets cut open, and then you become septic and die. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Luckily that didn't happen.
that's good.
Yeah, but they fixed. So that's what they went and they like put this little thing in, like it was like a fix-a-flat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put that
like
on the
flex
lining.
tape.
Yeah, put some flex tape on my internal lining, and now the large intestine's straight. But I've got this like solid 2.5 inch like incision from like on my like at the bottom of my abdomen.
Uh-huh.
And it took me a solid, like, I couldn't stand up for, I think, 4 or 5 days.
Oh, wow.
And I was out for a week.
Yeah.
And this was my first year teaching, too, actually. But then Will Rashal, the head director over at Travis, like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to go down to Austin and get this surgery, then I'll be back. I was like, what? And then he came back, and sure enough, like,
just straight chilling.
yeah, big chilling, because his surgeon just like little 2 baby incisions like went in with these like little robot arm thingies, and just like and he's straight now. I'm like, man,
That's crazy.
this is bullshit.
Yeah, well, a little bit.
I got this wild scar now, and you got like two little like, looks like a pen almost, like if you got stabbed by a pen.
Do they put you to sleep for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I was out.
I love being put to sleep.
I went out so quick.
It's so amazing.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
It's like the best nap in the world.
I was big stressed.
Oh.
Because
I guess if you've got like a fear of the surgery.
I didn't know it's the same thing with heights. I didn't know I was afraid of heights until I was bouldering, and I was up on the wall without a harness, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. Same deal. I didn't realize I didn't like the doctors until they were like, yo, if you don't get this fixed, you're going to die. And I was like, I might just die.
I'll take the chance.
And then get the surgery, and I'm just like, all right, this is fine, this is cool, this is fine, this is cool. I don't know, man, this is weird. But yeah, then I got knocked out and woke up, and the first thing I did was hit on the nurse.
Nice. I have
Yeah.
no idea the first thing I did when I woke up. No idea. I do remember.
Shout out to John. John Batson was the one that came and picked me up.
Oh.
Homie. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first thing I did, hit on the nurse.
I remember I was mad when I woke up from the second one because I went in that day thinking it was I didn't think they were going to put me to sleep. And then they just came up and started talking to me about all this anesthesia. I was like, wait, what's happening? They're like, we can't do this with you awake. I was like, they told me I was going to be awake. What do you mean? My insurance bill is going to be so high now because I have to pay for all the anesthesia. But since I did that, the first time I got a baby trachea tube. So,
Jesus.
yeah, when they intubate you for surgery, being a singer, I was like really concerned that they were going to nick something and it was going to hurt. So my voice teacher was like, make sure you ask for this baby a trach tube. I was like, okay. So first surgery, did it. Throat didn't hurt at all the next day. I was fine.
Nice.
But when I woke up for the second one, I was so in shock when they told me they were going to put me to sleep that I didn't even think to ask.
You forgot to ask about it.
Yeah, so my throat was swollen for like weeks from that.
Rough.
And that's what I was mad about. Like, I was not mad about the scars, not the
scars
surgery.
Are surprise anesthesia.
The surprise anesthesia, yeah, is what angered me.
All right. But so now 9 months later, for the most part, you're straight.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm good.
You
Can
can
move.
conduct fine.
Yeah, conduct fine. Range of motion's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have 100% range of motion. I don't know what 100% range of motion of like your abdomen is, but I don't feel like I have it anymore. But I also have hip dysplasia on the same side.
Ooh.
So it's not a good.
Does that just mean that your hip pops out? What does hip dysplasia mean?
Please look this up and make sure that I've been saying that I've got the right thing. But my left leg is shorter than my right.
Oh.
Yeah. So my hip does pop out of socket
Ow.
fairly often. It's great. Yeah.
We have a concern for a hip socket that doesn't fully cover the ball. So no, not that.
Not that.
Not that.
Then what do I have?
You said your
Left leg is shorter than my right.
The typing
Well, I feel like
sound.
it's kind of.
Yeah, typing sound still comes across. Uneven hips.
You've been telling people about this like really intense word, and the word for
It's just like I know.
uneven hips.
Oh, but the thing is, hip dysplasia. Hip dysplasia is the thing that like older people get.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought I got hip dysplasia because I had uneven hips. Because my hip does pop out of socket, and
Did
it does.
you have like dancer's hip or something? That's a thing.
Yeah, no, not that. I don't think so.
No,
No, because straight up, my left leg is shorter than my right by like a decent amount. Nothing. I'll let you.
Nothing specific. Yeah.
I'll let you keep looking it up. Please give me some legitimate medical term for what it is that I have with my body. That's not uneven hips.
Uneven.
It sounds terrible. Okay. Well, so that being said, where did you go to school? What did you get your undergrad in and all that?
I went to Texas A&M Commerce.
Okay.
Yeah, so east of Dallas, like 45 minutes-ish is where that little town is located. Commerce,
Okay,
Texas.
what am I thinking of? What's the one down by Corpus?
That's A&M Corpus.
No, there's... Thank you both.
Yeah. No problem.
Kingsville?
Kingsville.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of on the way down to Corpus,
Yes.
so that makes sense.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys both.
You're welcome.
Shut up. Okay, Commerce.
Yep, A&M Commerce. It's a really cute little school.
Yeah.
I went there because originally when I went to college, out of high school, I thought, I was like, I need to go to like a big state school. That's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do. So I went to UT Austin.
Oh,
For,
so
like-
you did go out to UT Austin out the gate.
Yeah, out the
Gotcha.
gate, I went to UT Austin. I don't even think I was there 2 weeks. No,
Really?
yeah, like I hated it there. I was an elementary ed major there.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and all the elementary ed majors were sorority girls.
Really?
Yeah, like 90% of them, I would say,
Huh.
were. And we just weren't clicking. I was like,
Not about it.
So I thought I would like the big school atmosphere and stuff, but there's so many people
Yeah.
that it's like you're around no one, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
really
I get
go
that.
knowing anybody.
Yeah.
It was just me. And so I went there and I was just like, I don't like this. I'm not feeling it. So I literally just stopped going to class one day, printed out some papers, and like walked to every single office on the campus and was like, I'm leaving. Please give me a refund.
All right.
And they did.
They
So,
they gave
yeah.
you said refund.
They did give me said refund.
Okay.
And then I went to Richland Community College, which is up in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's where I Like, the next week, I just decided, I was like, well, I've got to do something. Like, I can't just sit at my house for a semester before I decide what's happening with my life. So I went there, got a job at Starbucks.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Starbucks. Thanks for my caffeine addiction.
Is Starbucks still racist? No, what was wrong with them? They were doing something. I remember people boycotting Starbucks for some reason.
They wouldn't let their employees wear the Black Lives Matter shirts.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything that, like, it wasn't even a shirt. Like, wasn't it like pins? You couldn't have anything that openly. I think that's what it was.
Because they didn't want you to, like, speak for a whole organization or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I worked there, I had to wear, like, black pants and a black polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was mad because now they've got, like, they can wear jeans and T-shirts.
Got a little bit more freedom in the attire. I didn't look too much into that one because it just kind of seemed like it was a bit too woke.
And I think
for me.
I think that they went back on it pretty fast.
Did they?
Yeah, they reversed their situation. Yeah, they banned them from wearing T-shirts.
Mm.
And now they made their own now.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay. Well, shout out Starbucks then.
Yeah.
Not my favorite coffee. Do you think it's good coffee?
I think that I am just used to it.
Don't get me wrong. It's a consistent cup.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. It's if I'm in a new city and I'm just trying to get that quick small coffee, or what is it called? Grande?
A tall,
whatever. Nonsense. And that too always bothered me. Like, why do we have to be a low pretentious?
Okay.
Why can't we just have this?
I actually have an answer for that.
Okay. Enlighten me.
So Starbucks, when it was created, the creator wanted to make it like the coffee houses that are in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why he named all of his stuff like tall, venti. It was just to create sort of an atmosphere of a small town coffee shop in Europe.
And here it is, the largest chain coffee shop, and it is no
I don't
longer
know
small
if that's
any.
true, but
Well,
no,
I mean,
not that, but like what he was trying to do
gotcha.
was created.
What? Okay, before you look it up, which one do you think is bigger, Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks.
I'm thinking Dunkin'.
You're thinking Dunkin'? I don't know because I've been in a lot of cities.
I think internationally.
Oh, internationally.
Internationally, it will be Starbucks, but for some reason, I don't know why. I feel like there's just like 1,000 Dunkin' Donuts in like Louisiana. And
really?
I don't know. That's all feelings, no facts.
All feelings. They've also got something like, okay, so community coffee.
Yeah.
Like the red coffee from the store.
Garbage.
They have community coffee like shops in Louisiana.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on the community coffee.
Yeah, that's garbage coffee.
Incorrect. That's just from my home state. So
That is.
I don't like it, but shut up.
Well, okay, then I stand by look, I can call something garbage and still eat it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You just talked about Little Caesars last
Yeah.
weekend.
Little Caesars is trash on cardboard, and
I'll still eat it.
I will still eat it 7 times out of 10 times it's presented to
$5
me.
pizzas?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it, man.
Yeah.
Crazy bread? Shoot.
Starbucks is the biggest.
Starbucks is big. Is that internationally or nationally?
Let's find out.
Because I knew internationally.
Worldwide.
It would be. Okay, but I want to know nationally.
No, worldwide, Starbucks is the...
Yeah, like in the United States.
Oh, nationally? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
I heard it internationally.
Now you're making me think I don't know how to talk and stuff. Come on, man.
Yeah, Starbucks again.
Really? Oh, well, okay.
Starbucks
I
is
stand
the biggest,
corrected. I was hopeful. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Commerce has 0 Starbucks.
Yeah, no. Texas State has like 3. What am I talking about? Yeah, not my favorite cup of coffee, but like I said, I'll get it if I'm if I just need something quick.
Yeah.
But it's not that great of coffee. Like just their dark roast. Not good, man.
I don't like their dark roast. I like the blonde one.
Yeah, blonde roast is what I'll go with
Yeah.
if I'm just going. But after a while, I started just getting like double shot lattes, just because
See,
more caffeine.
okay, don't judge me. This used to be my order from Starbucks,
Okay.
and it's way too intense.
Good.
It's so a venti black blonde roast coffee,
Yes.
and then you add 3 shots of espresso.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
we used to have a lot of people come in and order that actually, like just black coffee and add espresso to it.
Yeah. So just red eyes and black eyes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're good though.
They are aggressive. I don't know if they're good.
Oh, I think they're good. I kind of like the bitter taste though. So
That's such an aggressively bitter taste, girl. Come on. You can't. Don't try to play it down. Like 3 shots
Yeah.
on top of an already bitter roast.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe my taste buds don't work right.
I mean, they're probably a little fried. I mean, how long did you work there?
not that long, like a
Okay.
year.
Okay. I know a couple people like 6-7 years working at like a coffee
okay.
shop. Like there's no way you drink coffee like a normal person after that.
Yeah, if I went back and worked at another, I'd probably work at just like a small coffee shop,
Yeah.
like one of the cute little chill ones that have jazz music playing or something.
None of the ones that we have here in Temple, unfortunately.
You know, I don't really know what coffee places we have in Temple.
We don't.
Oh,
We had 2 Starbucks, and then the one by the high school closed down.
I know. I'm sad.
Yeah. So the only other Starbucks is over by the big HAB. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Atrium Coffee, which is this little like small food truck coffee thing.
Oh,
It's okay.
where is it?
It's over down. If you're going to the big HEB, just keep going down. Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to think what's over by there. Do you know what Rupa's? No. Okay.
No.
You haven't been here too long, so they're
No.
the landmarks that are by there, you wouldn't know about.
Probably not. No.
But if you go to the big HEB and like the mall's on your left and big HEB is on your right,
Oh,
you
okay.
just keep driving down that road.
Yes.
Eventually, you'll get to it. Yeah.
Just look for a truck somewhere.
Yeah, it's before. If you get to Domino's, you've gone too far.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know it's a solid cup of coffee, but it's one of those ones where like everything is like overly flavored,
Oh.
but they're not bad flavored. But it's just like, again, I just want a good. Just give me a red eye and call it straight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, have you ever tried that Peggy's in the mall?
I don't drink coffee like
That's
that.
right. You
I
never
don't.
drink coffee. There's a yeah,
Shame.
whatever.
I don't need it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it must be nice.
Just wake up.
Just wake up. What's wrong with you people?
It must be nice to have leveled levels. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what I was going for. I don't
It's
know
like
what I was going for
natural
there.
energy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not energy. It's more just like, it's my eyes are open, so it's time to be awake.
Man, I need that mentality.
I mean, I could do that to get to the gym, but once I get home, take a shower, I'm just like, oh man, time to go do my actual job, and I'm all of a sudden very, very tired.
What time do you wake up in the morning to go to
4.
the gym? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake up at 4 and try to get to the gym by 4:30. Monday through Wednesday, I'm usually there by 4:30. Thursday, Friday, and yeah, 4:45, 4:50.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of sneaking in because it's the end of the week and your boy's tired. But yeah, I have officially signed up with that coach down in San Antonio, so it's going down. It's really real.
It's in
No, no.
December, right?
December 19th. Life goal has always been to compete in a bodybuilding competition.
Oh.
So, but not like the Arnold Schwarzenegger
Like giant.
giant, like not trying to get there.
Like is it like a fitness competition?
It's
type-
the category is men's physique,
Oh.
and basically it's like the best looking natural body, like
Okay.
like the Who was it? Rob Van Dam? Not Van Dam. Rob Van Dam. The fighter from back in the day. I don't know. Just like your like stock like GI Joe character build is what that competition is. And I'm not necessarily looking for take home the gold or anything like that. I've wanted to do it since I was like 20. So
cool. Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. And this is my like kind of reasoning for doing it now. Our profession is very much up in the air as far as what it's going to be and how it's going to end up.
Yeah.
So teaching goals this year are real ambiguous. So I was like, all right, let's check off a couple personal goals.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, doing that in December, and now that Team EA is canceled.
I know, that's sad.
Big sad. The Austin Marathon is the Saturday of Team EA.
Oh.
So I have quick 2-month turnaround from the bodybuilding competition to then go run a marathon.
Have you run a marathon before? Have you run like a half marathon?
I ran a half marathon for fun during quarantine.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it sucked.
Yeah.
When I say for fun, I mean like it was. When was it? I think it was in like May. When did I run that half marathon?
I can't remember.
It was pretty early. Like it was like we were deep in quarantine, and your boy's out here by himself, like just sitting on that couch, watching Tiger King, and I was like, I need to go do something with my life. So then I went and ran for, I think it was an hour 40. Yeah. And this is what I do, is I run in a straight line.
Yes.
So that way I have to come back. Like,
can't take like a shortcut.
Yeah, no. Like I thought about doing like the loop thing, but then it's like, let me do a 2-mile loop and I'll do that 7 times. But then you get to that 5th time and you're like, bro, the house is right there. Just like
I'm quitting.
You don't have to do the last 4 miles. Like it's okay. But if you just run in a straight line, it's like by the time you get to that 7th mile, you're just like, yo, I feel good. Damn, I gotta go back now. And then you just have to run back because if you don't, you'll die. Not really, but that's the mentality I have.
Okay, interesting.
Not good. What is it? Self-talk.
Yeah.
Self-talk when I work out. Not good.
Okay.
It's not. But that's how I get through the workouts. That's how I manage to wake up at 4 in the morning.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, my quarantine projects were not that intense. Well, they were medium intense.
Okay. What'd you do?
So my parents have this like American Victorian sofa.
Okay.
Yeah, it was from one of my great-great-grandparents, and they had it, and they had gotten it reupholstered once.
Gotcha.
And it was not the cutest or the comfiest because the fabric was like rough.
Real coarse.
Yeah. Like it looked like an American Victoria sofa. Like I don't want to sit on that type sofa.
I'm trying to think. I know what that looks like. Can you pull up a picture for me though, Doug?
Yeah, it's kind of got like a wood. It's got a
The
wood
wood grain
frame
all the way
on the
around?
top,
Yeah, okay.
and wooden legs,
Yeah.
and the
okay.
fronts of the arms have like little wood decorations on them.
Was it a love seat, full couch?
Full couch. I
Okay.
can show you a picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's what it looks
love,
like.
Love me a good Victorian couch. Yeah, those.
Yes.
Not the most comfortable. Very, very attractive.
Yes.
I find them very attractive.
So let me find my before picture. This is what it looked like before.
Oh, she rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
she rough.
terrible.
It's not cute.
Not
Yeah.
good.
Well, it matched my parents. In our old house, it matched like all of our curtains and stuff.
That's not good.
So that's what they got.
Why does that match the curtains?
That's a good question. I don't know.
What are we? Oh, God.
Because it was an old white person house. That's why.
Oh, dude.
And that's how it ended up.
80s white was a different type of white.
Yeah, and for some reason, they said, you can have this sofa. You might want to get it reupholstered.
Yeah.
So I went and looked at how much reupholstering things costs.
Mad expensive.
Yeah, like $1,000 ducks. $1,000.
I'll give you 1,000 ducks
Here are 1,000 ducks.
to reupholster my couch.
I will barter.
Yeah.
So
Take me back to those days, man.
for some reason, I was just like, you know what? I can do that.
Okay.
I'm going to figure out how to do this. So, I really wanted a blue velvet sofa.
Yeah.
So that's what I made. I made a blue velvet sofa.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. She did that.
I did. So basically, to do it, I had no idea what I was doing.
Naturally.
Like, I think the last time I'd sewed before I did that was when I was in Girl Scouts. We made pillows for like some organization.
I made a pillow in my home ec class in 7th grade.
So that's like all I knew how to do was make a pillow.
Yeah.
But that's obviously a lot more complicated
It's a lot more
than making
sewing.
a pillow. Yeah. A lot more sewing, a lot more physical effort than I thought it would be. Like, because you have to physically, it's stapled.
Yeah, so you have to rip
So
it
you
out.
have to rip all the staples out. And while you rip the staples out, you have to like take pictures so you know what you're doing and figuring out.
To make sure you put everything back
Yeah.
where you got it. Yeah.
I literally took it apart like section by section and then made patterns out of the old pieces and basically traced the old pieces to cut out the new ones so I'd have like the correct size fabric.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. And what I was not expecting, so in upholstery to get that like smooth edge,
Yeah.
let me show you. It's some really intense. They have claws, like little claw things. I don't know what they're called. I think they're called upholstery tacks. But they're scary looking. And like I was really scared of them.
And what were they for?
They make the bottom smooth, like so you don't have to put the fabric under. You can just end the fabric at the bottom of a section.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is it called an upholstery tack?
Is it these? Like these little.
It's the ones that are like in the roll. So go up.
Like this.
Yeah. They're in a roll and they're really spiky.
Huh. And you put those at the bottom of the couch to...
Yeah, you put them at the bottom and they fold in half. So like they're open when you attach them to the sofa and you pull the fabric under and then you just like hit it with a hammer. Yeah, upholstery is like really aggressive. It is.
Things I did not know.
Yeah,
That's
learn
pretty
something
wild.
new about upholstery.
That looks, yeah. That,
It's metal.
yeah.
It is. You are not wrong.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, but I'm still here.
Still here.
Still here.
I'm still standing. So like that's what they look like on the sofa.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
You can kind of see it in that picture if you wanted to see. Yeah. So you take it and you like
Smack the crap out of
with
it.
yeah, with a hammer.
And then you put the other side of the upholstery
Yeah.
on it, and it just moves it out?
Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I reused like a lot of stuff since I had already gotten it redone.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to go out and buy new sofa cushions. Like, I can just reuse the sofa fluff that's in there.
Yeah.
So
Just
I
get a
saved all
new-
the fluff and just kind of,
Saved
Put
all
it
the
back.
fluff and
yeah,
repurposed the fluff.
Repurpose the fluff.
repurpose the fluff.
But not really repurpose. Is that repurposing? If you use it for the same thing that it was for?
Reuse.
That's
Reuse.
right? Repurpose would be like
Like,
Reduce,
turning a
reuse,
desk
and
into a
recycle.
table.
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So now that sofa's in my apartment.
I feel like that's a little too bougie for an apartment.
You know, it kind of is. And I'm trying to figure out how to make my apartment not look like an old lady apartment now that I've got this like velvet blue Victorian sofa in it. I don't know that I'm going to
I don't
succeed.
think you can.
Say, I think-
I don't think.
But it
I think
kind
you
of,
might just lean into it, bro.
it matches me.
Just be 50-year-old.
I kind of am. Like
White lady.
my other hobbies are like crocheting. So, yeah. It matches my vibe.
All right. It took me a second to remember what crocheting was.
Like, wait.
It's the two needles, right?
It's the one needle.
One needle.
Yeah, one like hook thing.
That's right. What's the two
Yeah.
needles? Knitting.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
knit
do that.
as well?
No.
No?
I tried once and I'm just bad.
What's macrame?
Macrame is with like twine type stuff, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're apparently an old white lady. I figured
I don't
you should
macrame.
know.
Yeah.
What's another old white lady hobby? Do you go for walks?
I walk enough during the day. I don't want to go for a walk when I get home. In the 100-degree heat.
Macrame is like knotting. You like tie a little loop, and that's like a thing you go through. It's a macrame knot down here.
Okay. What?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Slow,
you just do
loopy loop.
You just do a bunch of those.
And that makes things?
It makes things.
Who figured that out?
That's how things get made.
Who's putting... Is there a large market for macrame?
I think there is.
The Babylonians figured it out.
The Babylonians?
And the Assyrians.
That goes way further back than I thought it would.
Huh.
It's probably one of the simplest forms of textiles, probably, because
Probably.
it's just knots. It's not like other
Imagine it can't be that comfortable. Because back in then, you got to imagine it was probably for clothing.
I mean, I could imagine like they tied nets first, and then they were like, "Oh, you can design these."
Well,
like a designer net, a Gucci net for
Gucci.
okay, look this up. Is the knot for a fishnet the same as a macrame knot?
Huh. I wonder. Could be.
Right? I feel like it'd be
pretty
close.
It looks like it.
Oh.
I wonder if it's just like a different, you do loops one way for macrame, and then you do loops different way for a fishnet.
No.
Good old Pinterest.
Oh, Pinterest.
Hey, don't hate.
It's a
I
bunch
like
of
Pinterest.
square knots for a net.
I've never been able to figure out Pinterest. I don't fully understand.
It's really not that
The
complicated.
website doesn't really make that much sense to me.
It's not supposed to.
Yeah, it's basically just you scroll through it and then you create your boards. So if you need I have a crochet board on Pinterest. And so I'll literally search crochet in the Pinterest search board and look for cute things to make. I'll be like, "Oh, I want to make a crochet coffee cup." So then I pin it to my crochet board. And then later I can go back and look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to make this," and click on it and make away.
Seems like a very unuseful coffee cup.
It's cute though. It has a face. It's on my desk.
So you've made.
I have made it, yeah. It is on my desk.
This is done already.
Yeah. I also...
It's not a hyperbolic statement.
No.
I made the coffee cup.
I also crocheted a couch for my cat. Yes, I did. I did do that. I'm not proud of it. A little proud of it, actually, because it was kind of hard. It took a long time.
How large is this couch?
Cat size. Like that, I guess a 1.5 feet, or is that a foot and a
That's a
half?
strong 2 feet.
2 feet by that.
Can
That.
can we?
There are pictures
I'm
of
trying
cat couches on the internet. There's an entire book from the 80s or 90s of just patterns for cat couches. And that's where my pattern came from. Yeah. That's what my couch looks like. My cat doesn't sit on it though. She just stares at it. I even bought spray catnip oil.
Yeah.
Spray and sprayed it on the couch to see if she would go sit on it.
Still none.
No. Cats are kind of mean like that, though.
Yeah, how does that make you feel, bro? How many hours you put into that? And the cat's just yo, nah.
Yeah, solid 2 weeks put into that cat couch. I'm like,
That makes me just really sad on multiple levels.
Kitty couches.
Mostly that, yeah.
Kinder felines,
Like
comfy.
that
Yeah.
looks like a magazine cover that says kitty couches. And I both hate it and feel very sorry for
okay. At least I was going to. The pattern came with like a cat couch size Afghan pattern, and I almost made it, but I refrained. So if that makes it any better.
well, mostly I don't know to make it better or make it worse because I don't know what the words are that you just said like that.
Like a blanket. Like a cute little blanket.
You were gonna put a throw blanket
Uh-huh.
on a cat couch.
Yeah, see, when you say it out loud, it sounds crazy. And it is.
Okay, I just want. I needed you to openly make that statement before I said it for you.
No, it's fully a crazy
Okay.
thing to
Okay.
do.
Okay, cool.
I was just
So
bored.
you acknowledge it.
Yeah.
That's not a normal thing to do, and you probably shouldn't have done it, but you did it.
No, but yeah.
A little tiny blanket.
Yeah. Isn't it cute though?
Put it over there.
And of course, it's like this 70s
Yes.
colors and design. Okay.
I could get some really cute Instagram pictures if I could get my cat to sit on it. But
Yeah, it just makes me sad. I'm sorry, it just makes me a little sad.
Cat couch.
But, well, okay. Answer me this.
Yeah.
What's worse? Making it or buying it? Because this is a similar conversation that we had the other night with Kelsey and her chopstick holders.
Oh, no.
that is.
Where
I feel like
she took it from a restaurant as opposed to going and buying it. Like we said, there's 3 levels. It was the taking it from the restaurant,
yes.
coming across it at like a Target, and then
Yeah.
ordering it off Amazon.
Yeah.
Like ordering it off Amazon was hands down the worst one because you were intentionally like, I need these chopstick holders because I am incapable of learning how to use chopsticks properly.
But see, now we've reached the 4th level of like getting a hunk of wood and actually making the chopstick holders.
Well,
Or in your case, making a cat couch.
I don't.
See,
It is making it. I don't know if it's above ordering it off Amazon.
So in this instance, I'm gonna say making it is worse, because
Okay.
you have to go through all the effort of buying all of the supplies. Like this was not. I already had all the stuff
That's fair.
type
Yeah.
projects. Like I had to buy craft foam to make the couch like stand right. I used like 2.5 balls of yarn to make this couch. And I bought the catnip spray to entice my cat to sit on it. So I'm not saying this is like a really cool thing that I did. It's just something that
And
I did do.
So were you? Is this the same time during quarantine?
Yeah, this was
Okay.
before I made the actual couch.
Gotcha. So you mean?
I made 2 couches during quarantine, yes. One for my cat and one for myself.
See, you need to just stop before the second sentence. The first sentence, mad impressive.
You're right. No.
Yo, bored during quarantine, I made 2 couches. Yeah, that's pretty dope. But that's all you need to say.
One for the cat.
But once you say one for the cat, like
gets a little
it doesn't matter if you made the second one completely by hand.
Whittle all
Like,
the wood down.
yeah. I'm just gonna ignore that because I'm
Yeah.
gonna think about how you took the time.
I mean, upholstery's pretty like heavy metal work. Like,
Again, so we started with that. I was
gun.
super about it. Very impressed that you reupholstered that entire couch.
Thank you.
So good thing you led with that.
Yes.
Because I would not have let you get through all of that information had you led with the cat couch.
That's fair. That is fair.
Because that just makes me a little concerned for you. As like, where were you?
Oh no, we didn't get.
Oh God!
Did I tell you what I did with the rib?
Oh man, don't be weird about the rib.
Okay, so they gave it to me in a little container. I was like, okay, that's cool. I cleaned it. It's like nice. It looks pristine now, like nice and white rib.
Okay.
It has sat in its little jar for a couple of years, and then TikTok came along. And I watched a lot of resin TikTok videos.
Okay.
And now I have like a block of resin that I've encased my rib in. It's like a very unique piece of art.
It's a little serial killer right?
See, it would be if it was someone else's rib, but it's mine.
Okay, you walk into a house. And you see this really nice Victorian couch. You're like, okay, this is a vibe here.
Yeah.
And then you look on the ground.
That's part of the vibe.
And then there is a crocheted cat couch. And you're like, that's a little disconcerting. But okay. She just like really into her cats. Word. And then you look on the bookshelf. And then there is a rib encased in resin. And I don't know how I feel. Like,
And do you sing in your apartment as well?
I do.
I'm just like that whole image of
That's-
just like you singing.
it's
with
Yeah.
very, very serial killery. Like that entire vibe.
Like the opera singing with the
Yeah.
rib,
Yeah.
with the cows.
It's a little
couches.
Couches, yes.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know.
No, I can
And
see
again,
it, but like,
I'm not in the
But
best
it's not
case
concerning.
because you walk into my house and the first thing you see is that Christmas tree.
that's true.
So, you know, I'm not.
What is on top of your Christmas tree?
Good.
Because I looked
Christmas
at it the
topper.
other day. It's a Christmas topper?
It's a tree topper.
Is that what that is? It looks like pointy.
Yeah,
Does it light up?
it used to.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a little sphere with like a spire.
Okay. Is that like a Christmas shape?
Think so?
I don't know.
I don't know what do you put on top of your Christmas trees?
Like a star.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah, like a. What do you mean, really?
It's like, aside from like an angel, that's like the most
Yeah.
traditional answer.
That's like what I've had my entire life was that topper.
Really?
Yeah.
So like your parents put a topper like that?
I think so.
Huh.
I think that's the Christmas tree I've had since I was like 5.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised it lasts.
Something like that. I don't know. It's an old ass tree.
Yeah.
A lot longer than a normal Christmas tree should have lived.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so who's more serial killery? My place or her place?
I mean, you just have an obsession. There's a difference between an obsession and
It's not an obsession. It's just happiness.
an obsession. But then you have, like, Megan has, like, eclectic tastes. So
Yes.
it's like,
That's accurate.
that's a very clear depiction of your brains, I think. Like,
That's probably very true. Yes.
I'm not curious on what saying Christmas tree makes you think about me. What does that say in compared to the house that we're walking in for you? Because you, if we're gonna take her full thing,
yeah.
I feel like my living space very common
Yeah.
ish, right? Common couches,
Except for the lamps behind the couches.
except for the lamps behind the couches, a little
It's a little treasury. Yeah.
treasury. It's a little new agey. I don't know. I stand by it. But then you're gonna hear me cooking in the kitchen, as opposed to her place with the 2 couches, the rib, and the opera singing.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm confused as to what you're asking me.
Hers is definitely got to be a little bit more serial killery.
Has the potential to be.
Has the potential to.
I think of it like Hannibal Lecter, like really like has the potential to be a serial killer.
That's fair.
But is otherwise just like thinking of things, like has different things in the brain. Like,
Yeah. I like to find new hobbies.
Exactly.
I mean, I do too.
Just not those hobbies.
It's not those hobbies.
You just have a Christmas tree and tools sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'd have somewhere to put my tools if I had a patio that
Just true.
was covered. But I don't. So now it just looks like... Yeah, okay, now I see. It looks like the Christmas presents are the tools.
Yeah.
It is a little weird.
It does kind of.
Okay. I need to do something about that.
Or you could just embrace it and
Just
like
embrace
put them in boxes with little bows.
I do need to figure out how I'm going to move those once I do end up moving out of here.
Carefully.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
You can just throw them out the window.
No.
Okay.
Hard passing that. They were not cheap.
Okay. Guess.
So you... Going back to something you said before we started, how did you manage to spend $800
Oh.
on a coffee machine?
Okay. So.
And also, what is it? So Evan can look it up, so I can
see what it is.
see what it is that we
So
bought.
it's a DeLonghi Dynamica, and before I had this one coffee machine, I had like 8 different coffee makers. So I had a manual espresso machine where you like tamp the coffee, you grind it yourself, and you put it and you twist it, and then you pull the shots.
Yeah.
And you have to like count how many seconds that the espresso pulls for. I have a French press coffee machine.
Okay.
I had a Keurig.
Really?
A
Somebody
regular.
that
I
likes and
hated
cares
my
about coffee.
Keurig.
I was about to say,
It was awful.
it's god awful coffee.
At one point, I bought the Starbucks Verissimo machine, which is like the Nespresso machine from Starbucks.
Yeah.
I had that one. I've had a couple of regular drip coffee machines. I also have one, I think it's like a Turkish coffee maker. It's one that you put water in the bottom and you put it on the stove.
Oh no, that's just a
What is that called?
percolator. That's actually traditional espresso.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. I
That's
have
what I have.
one of those. You have one of those?
Yeah.
It makes good coffee.
Makes great coffee.
Yeah.
That's how I make my
And it's easy.
Cuban cafe con leche.
Ooh. That sounds really good.
She's very good.
Yeah.
Which I might. No, I think my whole milk went bad. It's the only downside.
That's
Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
I have to think. I had like drip coffee machines. I have had one that like you preset, so when you wake up, the coffee's already
it's
made.
Yeah.
I love that one. That one was
I
nice.
probably should get one of those now I think about it.
Oh, I also have a cold brew maker, which is basically just a pitcher
About to say that's
with it's got a mesh filter.
in the middle of it, and you just
In the middle
put
of
the
it,
grounds
yes.
in, and then you just put the water in, and then you just put it in the fridge, and
I actually travel with that one. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, if I go to a hotel, I don't want bagged coffee. Like, at least I know what
Okay.
I'm gonna be drinking
That's
if I
fair.
bring my own.
Okay. I can't judge on this because that is pretty sound. 9 times out of 10 garbage hotel coffee.
Yes, and they come in those weird little like
Oh yeah, no.
oval pouches.
Those,
like tea bags for
Yeah,
coffee. Yeah.
The precursors to the Keurigs. Because okay,
No, they're not good.
not good. So you had these 8 machines,
Yeah,
give or take.
give or take.
And
Like my favorite was the espresso machine, but
Okay.
it just took so much time.
it's a lot of effort.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort. You like, and if you grind the beans like wrong,
Yeah.
it doesn't taste good. It's just bad.
Yeah.
And you have to start all over again and clean the little, whatever you call it, like little thing with the filter in it. I don't even know. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've wanted one that's just like touch and go for a long time, but I actually had enough money to buy it, so I did.
That is
That's not like the exact model I've got, but it's similar.
do you got a better one or a worse one?
I've got the ones that don't have the little milk thing.
So like that.
Go up, like the second, the black ones, the 3 in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've got.
Gotcha.
So it's got the steaming wand and stuff attached to it.
Okay. That's $800.
Yeah,
Is it worth $800?
yeah. I stand by that purchase.
I've had the same Mr. Coffee coffee pot
Yeah.
for like 6 years. It's like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I get it, but not really. I'll be honest with you. I get caring about coffee, and coffee is a really intense world that I think a lot of people overlook. But I don't know, man. $800 for
Yeah, I can see that side of the argument. But also, if I was to take how much money I was spending at Starbucks
fair,
over a year,
very
compare
justified purchase. in
yeah,
that-
that's how I
in that
justified it in my
comparison.
brain. But
Okay.
like dropping the $800 at once was kind of like, oh, because it was right when it probably wasn't the best time to buy it when I bought it. It was
Probably not.
right when I moved, so I had 2 rents to pay that month.
Good.
Not a good idea, but
So that bank account was in a little rough.
yeah. But I had coffee, so that made it all better.
And a completed Victorian couch.
Yeah.
All right.
And it also, in addition to like the little, you put coffee in the top and it grinds it for you based on like the button you push. But in addition to that, there's like an extra little vent thing that if you want to use pre-ground coffee, like you want decaf in the afternoon or something, you can do that too. So it's a cute little feature it's got.
All right. I dig it.
Yeah.
If you want to bring me a cup of coffee on Monday, I'm not going to say no.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I need to, well, you don't drink coffee anyways.
And it's pretty large too.
I feel like it's a pretty sizable
It's
machine.
like- It's not as wide as you'd think. It's probably like
Yeah.
that wide, that tall.
About as big as like an air fryer, maybe a little bit
Yeah,
bigger.
fits under all of my.
Yeah. Do you have a big kitchen?
You know, it's not. It's sizable.
Sizable? I hate my kitchen so much. It's so goddamn small.
Yeah, I think it's a little more open than your kitchen.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of attached
Yeah.
to the living room, so it's not really.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like Elena's kitchen. Hers,
Yeah,
hers
she has
is,
a big kitchen.
hers is. Well, I don't know if you've seen pictures of her house yet, but she's got one like the C-shaped kitchens with the islands, like so. She's got the dining room right here, which goes into the C-shaped kitchen, and then that bleeds into the living room.
Oh.
So just like very open space. She's got like the 2 islands, I think. The 2 islands or just one island? Just one island.
Yeah, just one.
She should definitely get a middle island workspace type deal. It's really helpful.
Yeah, like a work. Yeah.
But yeah, but I enjoy cooking and I hate having a small kitchen. I feel like I mean it's a similar feeling that I have where I'm deeply in love with cars, and I feel like I'm doing a disservice to myself by driving a father's sedan without any kids. Like, just doesn't.
Yeah.
2 things don't match up, and it's very frustrating.
That makes sense. Yeah. I drove a Honda Civic.
What year?
It was an '09 Honda Civic.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was one of the cars that's airbags got recalled because it was like shooting plastic shards in people's faces. So that was great. I'm glad I had it for like 6 years before anyone noticed that that was a thing that my model had. Mm-hmm. So I got lucky on that part, but I drove around without an entire front bumper for like a year.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
It just fell off completely.
Oh no.
It wasn't just like one day it was gone. It was like I'd hit some potholes, some stuff on the bottom that kind of holds the plastic in. The bolts were just like, peace, and they left. And then I hit a pole in a parking garage trying to park, and it just went.
Just fell off.
Yeah.
It was Dunskies.
Whole thing, it just literally just went. Whoop. Whole thing at once fell off.
Is that the right sound for that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with strong no, but I enjoyed it. I'm out. It's been fun.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And then I had to like put the whole bumper in my trunk.
Okay, good. Glad you didn't just leave it there.
No, I was like,
Definitely seen that before.
I kind of want this. I don't know what to do with
Kind
it.
of important.
But there was really no point in keeping it because they replaced the whole bumper anyway.
Yeah. But still, don't leave your bumpers in parking lots.
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
And also it had my license, or...
License plate?
Yes, it had that attached to it.
Did you
so
forget
like,
what license plate was?
Yes, I did. I thought it was going to be the wrong word for some reason.
Okay, alright. That's fine.
Yeah, it had my license plate stuck to it, so if I left it there, they would, like, look up the license plate and be like, hey, you can't leave this here. Here's a ticket.
Got your...
I don't know what for.
Got your bumper
like,
here. It belongs to you. Alright.
Yeah.
So what do you drive now?
I drive a 2019 Hyundai Tucson.
Solid.
So that poor little Civic got totaled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. How? What'd you do?
So last year, right before school started, I was making a commute from my home in Garland to Copper's Cove.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a pretty big curve in the road once you get to Hillsboro. And it wasn't raining, but it looked like it had rained.
Yeah.
So it was a little damp. And I went around the curve being like, my tires can take this, it's fine. I wasn't even going the speed limit. Like, I was going slow.
Yeah.
But my wheels just
Said nah.
said nope, and I hydroplaned. And it was just a really bad spot because the only reason my car stopped was because I hit another person who had already hydroplaned.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I was turned completely around, like facing oncoming traffic on the side of the highway. And my front airbag that got replaced, mind you, did not deploy.
Good. Good.
Yeah. All the other airbags in my car did, but like the driver's seat front one was like, you're fine.
The one that you needed.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't like hit my face on something because
that's good.
The seatbelt locked real fast. So that was good. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, and then the cop that came up was like, I could give you a ticket for reckless driving. Like, that's what he said. And then he, like, I didn't have anyone to pick me up because I was an hour and a half away from anyone I knew. Straight in the middle of the drive from Garland to Cove. So he was just like, I mean, I guess we can drive you to, like, a Walmart. So the cops drove me to Walmart and left me there for an hour and a half until my parents could come, like, help me figure out the towing, where it got towed to and stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
All good things.
Yes. So I looked like a crazy person in Walmart, like, crying because I've never totaled my car before. I
Not
was
a
like,
good feeling.
no, I was like, oh my God, I could have died. Like, my airbag didn't deploy. I was like sitting in the McDonald's in this Walmart, like crying, and the employees were just like, what's
Yeah,
wrong?
definitely.
They're like, I'm not going to
look.
talk to you, but like, you good? And I was like, no.
Not good. Not good at all.
Not good. Just give me a Diet Coke and some fries and let me sit in my like sadness right now.
Sit and be sad for a bit.
Yeah, and it was also unfortunate because I was not planning on buying a car at all at that moment.
Okay, so we bought a car. Oh wait, no. This is a decent amount before. Okay.
This was like a year before.
I was gonna say bought a car, 2 payments on a house, and then this ridiculous coffee machine. Just making great.
No, this car was like
financial
way
decisions.
before. Like
Gotcha.
a year ago. Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I bought this car. So.
Right on. Well, glad you didn't die.
Me too.
Yeah.
That would have sucked.
Got one final question for you. Before we up and out, because I gotta like meal prep, and I'm sure you've got things to do, or just go nap. I don't know what you're doing with your life before tomorrow.
Watching TikTok.
That'd go. Why get as much content before it gets banned?
When is it supposed to be banned?
Yeah, it's pretty
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
You know.
It's just one of those mindless
Yeah, no, I get it.
scrolling things.
Maybe they bring Vine back. Anyways, so me and Evan both have these odd talents that don't really do anything good for anybody, but they are definitely very much part of our life.
Wait, what?
Evan can remember everything from his childhood.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
I can tell you just about any car from the backside. Like, I could just look at the rear bumper, and I could tell you what
That's
type
an
of car it is,
impressive talent.
the make, model, and within, like, a couple years.
Interesting.
So what useless piece of talent do you have?
I feel like a lot of my talents are kind of useless.
That's fair.
Like the crocheting talent, that's pretty useless.
Well, we've already covered that one.
Yeah,
so.
we have.
And already berated you about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, anything else we can make fun of you for?
Wow, thanks. I don't think so. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
No?
Like,
Nothing?
useless talent, no.
No, can't juggle. Didn't used to be like
Oh, no.
like a super talented jump rope star.
I did used to stack cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I made my parents buy me this,
Got the mat.
like
so-
the set with the mat
I'm
and the
so
DVDs.
angry that so many people are now finding out did that in their childhood.
And it
Speed
was
stacks,
so.
man.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Well, for some reason in Garland, it was like a part of like our.
It was
like,
a
It was
thing.
part of our gym, like
In PE of all places.
it was a part of like our education, like in Garland. It was.
Yeah.
It was
That's
that.
such a cop out on the PE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they banned dodgeball and they were like, hey, here's some cups.
we like watched videos and everything. Like,
Oh,
yeah, it was.
that just makes me sad. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty good
So
at
what
that
was your
one.
time?
I don't remember anymore.
That's disappointing.
It is
I guess.
disappointing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna ask this question, but I stand by my choice, which is more nerdy, stacking cups or the Rubik's cube.
The Rubik's Cube.
How dare you?
See, I just remember the kids on the bus. They'd be like, I can solve a Rubik's Cube without looking in 30 seconds. And they do it. And I was just like, is that supposed to impress me?
Is that less impressive than stacking cups in 5
At
seconds?
least stacking
I guess
cups with
not.
some like athleticism to it. Like,
No, there's not. How
Some
dare
hand-eye
you?
coordination involved there.
there's like technique involved in like
So-
this.
On the topic
It's
of,
mastering algorithms.
No.
on the topic of Rubik's Cubes, I've had one in my life. And I got so mad at the Rubik's Cube.
Took the stickers off, didn't
I
you?
did. I peeled all the stickers off, but I was
How dare you?
dumb. And I was like, you know what sounds like a good idea if I hot glued these stickers on? So it's like the lumpiest Rubik's Cube you've ever seen.
I sprayed a couple of my Rubik's Cubes with WD-40, so that way they turn faster.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, but I could solve it in 19 seconds, so I
Interesting.
stand by it. I still think that's less nerdier.
Than the cups.
Than the cups.
Than the cup stacking.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because there's no... I don't... Like, the point of completion is... It just... There's very little... I don't see the gratification in the completion because you end the way you started.
Oh, okay.
And with the Rubik's Cube, it's like
It's
jumbled up.
And then you end
And then
like,
it's clean.
beautifully.
Yes.
I guess. I don't know, but I loved those.
Any
They were like
rebuttals from
I don't know. It's just...
I do have another talent. Dance Dance Revolution. The one with the mats.
no, I'm very aware.
I am so good at that game. I love that game. I
Okay.
wish I still had the mats so I could like play. But I don't.
I too had I had 2 mats for the PlayStation 2.
Yes.
I played DDR Max 2.
Yes.
It was a good one.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
So many fond memories. Just like stomping on the floor of the second floor of my parents' house.
Yo. What, like, things for fun
Yeah.
don't exist as much anymore.
The TikTok is now... the
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. Like, that is this generation's childhood fun.
It's
But like
TikTok, yeah.
physical, like
as opposed to
Yeah.
arcades, roller rinks.
Yeah, there's no...
Like,
roller rinks. Those were fun.
so dope. Like batting cages.
Yeah, there's no like going out and having
There's no
fun.
going out and having
They
fun
have
now.
like trampoline parks, but everyone thinks those are like boring.
Those are so dope.
I would say those are awesome.
I've
I
seen
love
that before,
trampoline
though.
parks. No,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like, it's such... Oh, man. If you had like $6 at an arcade when you're like 5 years old...
It's a good time.
Have you been to one
Wild.
of those arcades that's a bar?
Yeah,
yes.
well, we had one in Denton. It was like free games, and you could just like...
Yes, I love those places.
There's a couple down in Austin I would go
There
to.
are.
Yeah, they're
I'm not
solid
good at the
time.
games, but they're fun.
We didn't play any of the games when we went to Black Rabbit in San Marcos, and I'm kind of mad about it.
I don't remember.
It was the last place that we went to.
I wasn't... Wait, when? During the river trip, or...?
Yeah, the river trip.
Okay.
We saw the girl that was what do we define her as?
Oh, there's games there?
Yeah.
Oh, like in the back.
In the back.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the problem. You put the games in the front. You don't put the
That's
games in
fair.
the back.
Yeah.
Hold on. What did you define this girl as?
What did we define her as?
I think someone said foolish.
Foolish.
Oh,
Beca-
foolish.
Because she
Foolish.
was somehow wearing sweatpants and like pulling them off. Like,
Yeah, she was in sweatpants, heels, I think a crop top, and hair pulled up in a messy bun, and she managed to be the most attractive person in the entire place.
That's impressive.
Yeah. That's why
very
I was like,
impressive.
that is foolish how attractive she
Yeah.
is. Because you shouldn't be able to,
No, that shouldn't
Rock
be an
that.
outfit anyone should be able to wear.
yeah, and she was.
sweatpants. And you're like, I'm
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah.
And they were the
no.
gray, like the gray sweatpants.
like
that are
normal.
Like the little baggy-ish. Like they weren't like the Adidas,
Like
skin tight ones.
Yeah,
nothing.
with the stripes.
Yeah, no, just regular old school, like gym class gray sweatpants,
wow.
crop top, messy bun, heels, killing it. Foolish. And then everybody got mad at me because I said nobody that in like our friend group was foolish, and I was like. First off, I included
Offended.
myself in that circle. And secondly, let's be fair. Any of us puts on sweatpants, we're not looking good.
No, that would not look good.
Like, that's not...
No.
The amount of confidence you have to go out in sweatpants. I just don't have that.
Yeah. Like I could do leggings. I could go out in leggings and like a
Leggings?
t-shirt. I'm not gonna say I'm like the most attractive person in the bar when I do that, but like I would still have a good time.
Yeah, you could. It's still a look that is very easily pulled off.
Yeah.
But sweatpants and a crop top, not, man.
No, that's a weird outfit.
Mm-hmm. And she was killing it. Shout out to her.
But also, me going to a bar in like leggings and a t-shirt, that's just because I don't care enough
Yeah.
to like get all
Cute. I get it.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, jeans and t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
That's where your boy's at. Even worse if I'm just wearing shorts. Like, I'm really not trying. Just because if I'm wearing shorts, I'm also probably wearing sandals, and yeah.
At least it's not Crocs.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I still want to fight people that wear Crocs.
I'm not on the Crocs crew.
I'm so angry that they came back and that they are like socially acceptable in high school and middle school.
Yes.
And sought after. Like, how did we go from Jordans and Yeezys
To Crocs.
to Crocs?
That's a good question.
It's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Where do you stand with Crocs?
I've put them on before. They're pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna buy any.
Good.
But
I don't know if we could be friends.
they're pretty comfortable though.
I don't know, man.
I wore them in like 5th grade and then came to my senses.
Atta girl.
Like they're purely like a walk to the, like a walk in the garage kind of shoe. They're not you don't go in public in those.
No.
I also feel
No.
like they fall off my feet. Like I cannot wear them.
It's a very inefficient shoe.
Yeah.
I can't wear a loose shoe
Even with like the sport mode on.
Also, the fact that they put a sport mode on a sandal
Wait, what?
makes me angry.
sport mode.
Yeah.
The little heel thing.
They have it's like a back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It can either go over the top or like you put it on the back of your foot.
Oh.
Yeah. Things that make me angry. Like, actively.
In case you need to run with the
Anger
Crocs
me.
on.
Well, anyways, any final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to plug, things you care about, deepest, darkest secrets? I don't know. Anything
I don't know.
you want to say?
No.
No?
I've said a lot of things.
All right. I don't know if there's just something deep down inside of you that you feel like you care about. I think the number one that we go to is our boy Connor Towns. He believes in bread, and he believes everybody should eat it. And the keto diet is god awful because then you don't get to eat bread. And he feels very strongly about this.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I have that many like super burning opinions that I like need to convince other people of.
Well, if you did, I wanted to give you the opportunity to
Thanks.
say it. Anyways, it's been super fun. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
having
I'm
me.
serious about that coffee on tomorrow.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, back to class. Make sure you do your video assignments or whatever you do over in your world. I don't know what you guys are doing. I know I need to grade all mine. Ugh.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you very much for being on.
Yeah.
Evan, as always, appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah.
Everybody that stayed with us, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Be easy. Peace.